And then we talk about decouple the components of the large solution. So if we know about the e-commerce solution and any web-based solution, all the architecture, traditionally it used to be a monolithic architecture, and recently now everything is moving to microservice-based architecture. So similarly for these kind of systems also, instead of having as a big monolithic application, it should be broken down further into the different components called software component. And then this software component can be individually built, test, deployed, and even released. And this talk through a well-defined interfaces. And what should be the consideration when we separate it? Can be in terms of value stream, it can be in terms of function, or it can be something like how these parts are manufactured or integrated, and what is the say communication strategy. Yeah, so in vehicle something may be a Ethernet based, or some component may be a CAN signal based. So those can be used to mm, uh, decouple these kind of components. Next is about when we say decoupling the enable releasability for the large system. So the different part of the solution require different release strategy. As you see, so in the other slide, there can be some component which can be say increment can be available on every 2 weeks, and there is small increment, and then finally those are releasable. While there can be something which is maybe involving some work which can be not be released every 2 weeks. This may take some long time, but what important is that all this work stream should be aligned, and that when it is the final product is to be available, those should be happen at the uh, same cadence, and so that these are available at the end at the same time. And or it can be the integration points are there between these two. This can happen, the integration can happen smoothly. Then manage the supply chain, the system of system thinking. So same concept explained in a little bit different way, that if there are say different components there for that say autonomous vehicle, you want to have some camera, radar system, communication, navigation, everything can be developed individually as a individual stream, and but everything should be aligned at the same cadence. It should be common, and so that once you are releasing here, even if any third party suppliers are involved, those should be aligned at the same cadence. That and then when these are followed, and then once the product is delivered, this can be delivered across multiple solution contexts. And it should support the massive continuous integration and alignment across internal and external suppliers. And while we are talking about it, say a large system, but it is very much important to iterate and reduce the batch size. And if we see the traditional waterfall model, there has been requirement, design, implementation, verification, and then this PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. And but it takes time, and then when we take the feedback and apply it again, then it will take some time actually, so that the changes may not be immediately available. And that's why the most of the organization moving away from the waterfall and moving to agile framework. If we talk about this, in all the changes can be applied in small batches, should be incremental. Then it gives an opportunity to do this PDCA cycle for the small increment. And then if there is any feedback and changes are required, those can be implemented, and those can be finally delivered. So this working on this smaller component provides a lot of advantage. It reduces the complexity. If this may if it's a big system, you break it down, then it will reduce the complexity and it enhance the transparency also. Okay, yeah, I see some, I think some questions, but yeah, I'll just try to cover the at the end of the slide because I'm not able to see the chat, but just give me a minute.